Greg, can you talk about some studies where you used proprietary custom research?
Sure. Let's see, a couple different examples. One that we're proud of is trying to understand the value of shared news stories. So, one of the brands that I represent is CNN, and we know that news is cultural currency or social currency in the social media sphere. That people share stories and through email and through Facebook, etc. And we wanted to understand and demonstrate to advertisers that advertising and being associated with those stories that people are passionate about and sharing has value to the advertiser. So we decided to go and partner with Interscope, do some biometric research because we think that the engagement with this type of content is at the subconscious level that traditional survey work probably wouldn't get at how people really react and feel differently about ads that have that recommendation and content that has that recommendation. So we did some custom research with Interscope. We co-presented at the ARF, and we saw multiple times lift in engagement with the ads associated with content that people share. And it makes sense. It's that if someone that you trust is recommending a story, that's more of a lean forward engaging experience, and that's the type of study we need to go externally to execute.
Are you doing specific research on social media as a result of this recent study?
Yeah, well, obviously social media is a very hot topic, and something we spent a lot of time focusing on. It's still obviously in its early stages. We we think we're the first media company to actually do a deal with Bluefin Labs, which is measuring the social chatter of TV programs, and we've used that effectively in some of our sales materials, especially for some of our live event programming, whether it's the Hall of Game Awards that was hosted by Shaquille O'Neal on Cartoon Network, or debates on CNN, or on TBS TNT, the NBA, and soon March Madness. How people relate and engage with those key events is something we're trying to capture in social media. And between Bluefin Labs and a lot of available data, we're certainly incorporating a lot of that into our materials, and it's something that we're exploring deeply to take it to the next level.
So what is the importance of chatter? And what exactly are we talking about when we say chatter?
Yeah,
How deep is that?
well, it's interesting that you use the word chatter because uh, we define chatter as not just online discussions. Uh, Actually, the majority of discussions about brands occur offline. So we're also working with Keller Fay data, which is in the field on a daily basis measuring, I think it's thousands of brand level conversations. And we use that data very effectively to demonstrate that our viewers are more engaged with certain brands and categories based on what they talk about with their friends than other networks. So we use that for a competitive advantage. So we use Keller Fay uh, for the face-to-face discussions, and then the chatter that's occurring online. Uh, Again, Bluefin Labs and some other sources, but the value of that chatter really speaks to whether it's water cooler programming, whether it's something that people are passionate about, they want to go beyond just the first screen and either have a second screen experience or share it with their friends. And based on the research that we've done, the more that you share and engage yourself with that content, there's more value to the advertisers who associate with it.
Are there standard metrics for this? Or are you developing new metrics?
There are some standard metrics, the traditional likes for Facebook and fans, but beyond that, I think we're all trying to sort out the best way to quantify the chatter that we're talking about. There's a lot of players in the space, and no one's really emerged as the leader. So I don't think there's defined metrics. I think it's more of a story than just X number of people are doing Y activity. It's really bringing to life that it's not just numbers, but a lot of these events and programming are experiences, and the social chatter brings that to life for us.